Hello, Elaine here for this week ahead tarot card reading predictions. This is for the week of November 11th to the 17th. And we kind of had a lot of cards come out this week for the week ahead. So this was an energy activation, and then I have the energies of the week. And then I've been liking these lesson cards, so I pulled two lesson cards for us. And then we have our obstacles, things that we might have some issues with this week, and then our possible solutions. And then I broke down the cards to um, always the cardinal signs, mutable signs, and fixed signs. So sorry, my if you hear my dogs, they're in here with me. So they might bark or be kind of chewing on something. And then so before I get into the actual cards, please, if you are liking my content, please like, subscribe, and share. And comments are always welcome. I love them. And any donations are welcome, and thank you. You can also find me on Instagram. I usually post the cards, pictures of the cards on Instagram as well. And my email is also listed, so if you have any questions, you can always email me. And so, yeah, let's get into the reading. So the energy activation is Merkaba, and this is I can't talk. Basically, so I'll read the description, and I did not know, but Merkaba basically translate to chariot, so that made me think of the chariot card. And the frequency of Merkaba supports our ability to use our consciousness to transverse into other layers of reality and dimensions. It activates our access to our Akashic inheritance, as well merging the totality of our experiences into our present to serve our highest purpose. So when I am filling into this card, there's a lot of triangles on here, but I feel like this triangle the most, and I believe that is uh, fire. Triangle up is fire, and I triangle down is the is water. And what I feel like this is, it's kind of using all of your experiences, all of where you've been, what you've experienced, what you've sensed, and making a decision to move forward based off of that information. And I feel like this is, I'm doing a collective reading, but I feel like this is also a collective, like, change and awareness being activated as to what is working for us and what is not working for us, and where we are activating and how we want to move forward on these things, that have are in our consciousness and where we want to move. And I feel like that is both on an individual level and a collective level. Um, so that's interesting that that card came up, and it also is making me think of Pluto is going direct on November 19th, which is basically um, the last day of Scorpio season this season. I think we changed signs on the 20th or the 21st. I'll have to check that. But that's like the last few days of Scorpio season, and on the 19th, Pluto it finally enters the age of Aquarius, and that is making me feel like this card that is not for this week, but I think this for these this week is kind of where we start to fill into those shifts and start moving into them. We also have a full moon in Taurus on the 15th, which is Friday. So I feel like these are all things that we might not be consciously aware of yet, but are bubbling up to the surface, and will come online, and we will have like a spark. And even with Sagittarius season coming up, on it's the 20th or 21st. Sorry, I didn't look. Um, okay, so then our energies of the week, I did find them interesting. One is 420 is relax. Always that is funny to me. And then we have our 123 progress and our 888 abundance. So 888 abundance has been coming up a lot. And I feel like this is making me think of Sagittarius season 2, but I'm also going to the relax card. And there's a lot going on. There is they're both flowers too, and I feel like sometimes we need a break, and that's why the relax is coming in. And we can't always be in the action of doing. We have to go through these cycles, and I think maybe this week is a week where you just try to keep your cool, don't try to overdo it. Look at the progress that you have, look at the abundance that you have. It might, I mean, there, you can always want more, but it's like actually appreciate and stop and see what you have versus continuing to reach forward. And it's bringing me back to the Merkaba. And I just feel like there are these energies you're going to have to balance and have that give and take and know where you're moving forward on versus just constantly running forward. And I think that is what these three cards are trying to tell us is like sometimes progress is fast, sometimes progress is slow, and in the middle of those, you have to appreciate what you have and relax and take your breaks and not worry about everything. So the lessons cards of this week are discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to, and freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. And this again is pretty much bringing me back to this activation. And it's like, what are you moving forward on? What lessons have you learned? Where are you now disciplined? Where do you have to bring more discipline into your life? Or what areas that you need more discipline, and where do you need more freedom? These are very, these are um, very different cards, and they, where one is where do you put your hard work and where do you need more breaks and freedom. And it's the same with the relax and progress. It's like people think progress is a constant grind, but sometimes you need that break too. So these cards are interesting, especially around the energy and how things are going currently. So keep that in mind. So it's like you can create whatever you put your mind to. And are you actually using that energy where you really want it? Are you worrying about something that you shouldn't be? And, you should actually more think about the freedom and the funner things in life versus the things that aren't working out. That I think that's kind of also what is it's like um where are things working in your life? Put some energy into that. Where are things not working? What can you shift to create some freedom around those? And there's certain times where you've put in all the work that you can, and you kind of have to let go of other aspects to give room for more to occur or for other things to come in for you. Okay. And then, so our obstacles of the week are these three cards. Seven of Fire, Gecko. Be assertive, believe in yourself, and don't let anyone take away your personal power. Trust that your inner guidance is true and follow it completely. The Sun, 19. Bluebird, your plans will work out well, bringing you happiness, prosperity, and success. You'll garner the recognition and your accomplishments you so richly deserve. And 8 of Fire, the Bee. You've been presented with many wonderful opportunities all at once. While this may feel very stressful, sorry. Remember to be grateful for the blessings that you have received. So this is also kind of goes in with the abundance and even the sun. I feel like with these cards, with the 7 of Fire, which is usually 7 of Wands, it's really asking um, where you're going to put your energy at. I think in this week, it's making me feel like picking your battles. What do you actually want to focus on, and what do you not want to focus on? And even with the 8 of Fire, it's the same thing. The 8 of Wands is very much a movement card of getting things done. And it's like if you have so many options, where are you organizing yourself, and what is actually going to, I'm thinking of the freedom card, give you more freedom to move into what you want. Um, where is like, how is that discipline going to come into play? um, to have your plans work out with the sun and expand. And sometimes I also feel like, so the sun is sandwiched between the 7 of Fire and the 8 of Fire. Um, and it's kind of like, I do feel it is where we're picking our battles, where we're fighting, where we want to bring movement, and where we want to expand, and what will actually bring us the progress and the you know where we actually want to go, because sometimes we have um, ideas of how things are or what we want, and then once we get them, they're kind of like, oh, well, this is not what I really envisioned, and maybe this wasn't the right thing for me. So that's kind of what I'm feeling here. Okay. And for solutions, we have Renewal, which is the Judgment card. We have the High Priestess. We have the King of Air, which is King of Swords. And then we have the Three of Earth, which is 3 of Pentacles, so like planning. So I will read each one of these cards. Raccoon, it is time to clarify about your life. Sorry, it's time to get clarity about your life purpose and make changes so that you're on the path most divinely suited to you. Forgive what has been without judgment and fearlessly embrace what is to come. And It takes me, well, one that's like very Scorpio vibes of transformation release, but it's also making me feel like discipline and the freedom card, and also these cards of where do you want to spend your energy? Where do you actually want to go? Where do you want to expand? And what do you want to let go of that you don't need to hold on to? And then we have the high priestess. So we have the owl. This time to pause and reflect, not to take action. Trust your spiritual gifts, as nothing is hidden from your divine intuition. So high priestess. And this is also kind of like going back to that relax card where I feel like we live in a fast paced, noisy world, and we feel like we have to continually go somewhere, but taking those pauses help, and taking those pauses to relax, recoup, rejuvenate, um, even the renewal, and listening to that inner voice to know actually where you want to spend your energy. Where do you want to go? What is best for you? And then we have the king of air, intelligent, impartial, respected, unemotional. So, this energy is also like finding that clarity of where you want to go. So it's the humpback whale. At this time, it is very important that you communicate clearly, be objective and unemotional, and act as professionally as possible. If you need advice, seek out the most experienced expert you can find. And to me, that is just like, if you don't have the clarity as to where you want to go, take the pause, and you can ask or work with someone that you trust, and use your discernment and your intuition to feel that through, and you will find solutions or be able to figure it out. And the three of earths, which is three of pentacles, it's also about like planning, where put a plan, plan it out to put a plan into motion. And sometimes with your plans, I'm also looking at the progress card. It's step by step, but there's also times where your plans kind of get a little off track, and don't freak out about it. It is um moving where you need to, and um like finding those pauses to get yourself back on track, and being disciplined with that. So I'll read the bottom of this card. It's miniature poodle dog. Your most satisfying and profitable career comes from following your passions, listening to your heart, and doing what brings you joy. Your life purpose is best fulfilled by allowing your talents and true self to shine forth out into the world. And to me, this is also progress and abundance. Just because you want to do more, don't take that time and also appreciate what you have. I feel like, and um, appreciate the progress that you have made, and where you're going, and what you have accomplished already, and taking stock of that is coming to mind, and being, you know, appreciative of it, and knowing that, okay, you have created that, you've been disciplined, you are now have like some freedom and flexibility, and to be able to make your plans for your next step. So those are our cards, and then you are welcome to jump ahead to your I'll break it down to cardinal, or cardinal, mutable, and fixed. You can watch your sun, your moon, your rising if you want, or you can watch all of them and just use your own discernment for what works for you. So we're going to switch to our cardinal signs right now. We have the earth and ground card. We have the composure card. We have the seven of pentacles. We have the knight of pentacles. And we have the king of pentacles. So it's very interesting, very much earth energy. And I even want to say Capricorn. Um, these are cardinal signs for the cardinal signs, and I feel like there is a lot of energy and um a lot of energy and a lot of movement happening. And I'm looking at the eight of fire. So this week may be a week for our cardinal signs to try to slow down a little bit and not rush ahead and not try to, especially since it literally is earth and grounding and composure. These are not movements, even with the Knight card. This is not like fast moving. Seven of Pentacles, even all of these cards are not fast movement cards. So with these cards and looking at these possible obstacles, this is like, don't rush your decision. If you have options and you need to make changes or do anything, do not feel rushed. Do not feel like you have to fight for anything, that you have to hurry up and make the decision because you believe this opportunity will go away. And don't try to force things. This energy is very much ground yourself, keep your composure, know that whatever efforts you have been making is, they are growing, it is happening. You can take your time and trust that the foundations that you've created are there. And I'm also looking at both of these lessons. Like, the discipline was there, and now you have the freedom. Um, and I want to say, like, don't fuck it up. Don't try to jump into something else. Plan ahead. Be clear about it. Follow what you think you need to do. And just don't rush out of like a scarcity mindset or of like thinking you are going to miss an opportunity. Stay grounded. Don't try to move too fast. That is kind of the overall message. I'm going to sit with it for a second and feel if there is anything else I want to touch upon. Yeah, I'm just feeling like the progress. I'm being drawn to the progress card and the relax. It's like the progress is there, it's happening, it's in motion. um just relax. And that is, I mean, clearly in these cards. So thank you, uh cardinal signs, and we will move on to our mutable signs. Thank you. You guys have a wonderful week. All right, mutable signs. So we have acts and receive. We have blessings and abundance. We have the chariot. We have the ace of wands. And we have the two of cups. So for the ask and receive, I am looking at these obstacle cards. And I feel like there are things that you haven't asked for because you don't think it's possible. And I feel like, or that you don't think you'll receive it. And I feel like that in itself is one of your obstacles of you have to, like, there's a give and take, and you have to be willing to put a little put a little bit out to receive a little bit. And I definitely, so even with the blessings and abundance, I'm looking at the solutions, which is really interesting because I usually don't read like that, but that's where I'm being drawn to, where it's like the ask and the receive is where you're kind of limiting yourself, and the blessing and abundance is what you don't see. And, you know, letting go and being able to trust yourself, trust the universe, not be, you know, being impartial and intelligent about what is, and not, to me, it's also kind of like not being overly um hypercritical is what's coming to mind, and making the plan and working the plan. And when there will be progress, and there will be times where you just, you know, it doesn't go as smoothly as possible. So that's when you relax and you go back to your plan, rework it, give yourself a break, and things will start moving again. And I'm going back to the chariot. There's a chariot card for this too, and clarity, and putting those plans in action, and even getting inspired um, by new thoughts and by new occurrences, and giving yourself the space to have those new sparks and passions ignite in you. I feel like that's kind of why the break is needed. Um, I don't know if uh, our mutable signs are in need of a break. It feels kind of like that because I feel like, so I'm being drawn to, for the Ace of Wands, the Eight of Fire, which is all action. And I feel like there's been a lot of movement, a lot of going on, and a lot of discipline, and to create what you want, and but not a lot of freedom, and not a lot of giving yourself that space to actually enjoy life. I'm also going back to the sun with that, where it's been kind of like all work and no play. That's what I'm feeling. And you have to find that balance. And this Two of Cups is also bringing me back to the ask and receive, and blessings and abundance. It's like these need to balance out. You need to be able to ask and receive, and know the blessings and abundance is coming in. You have two abundance cards. It is there. You might not even see it because you're so busy doing, and dreaming of the next thing. And it's kind of like, slow down, take stock of what you have and where you're going, and know that you're doing it, and not everything is a rush. um and I'm going back to the Seven of Fire here, where it's like you are being assertive, but not on everything that you need. You're being assertive on the fact of those what you're moving forward on, but your body, your mind, you might need a break. So be willing to give yourself that too. Uh, and that's what I'm feeling with these. I'm going to take a second and see if there's anything else. The renewal card, it's drawing my eye, and just remember to release, um, because I feel like it's also like a cycle, and um, getting to a point where you can let go a little bit to be refreshed, and that's kind of like the renewal of the judgment card too. Okay, mutable signs. Thank you very much. That is your reading for this week. I hope you guys have a good one. Next, we got our fixed signs. So we got manifestation, strength, and guidance. We have the devil, the Knight of Cups, and an Eight of Wands. So for the manifestation cards, I'm being drawn to the solutions. And I feel like there is a lot of trust in where you're going. And I'm even being drawn to the discipline card of and the progress card. And it feels like you're creating what you want. Um and I think it's been a slow movement, a slow um plan, and sometimes that feels a little frustrating because I'm also being drawn to the Three of Earth, where it's like one, it's just been step by step. And I think this week you'll probably get signs of things that are coming to fruition for you that, you've been kind of grinding away on and you don't realize is actually you've made a lot of progress, and it's okay. And I'm also being drawn to the devil card of, you know, um, Capricorn. I want to say Capricorn. It is a Capricorn card, but I feel like I even want to say it like a Capricorn systematic structure that you think you need to grind away at, and it doesn't feel right anymore. So I feel like there is a little bit of breaking down. Um, I want to say breaking down and breaking through. And that is like figuring out what is not working for you, um, and letting that go, being free from it. I'm looking at the freedom card and really trusting what is going to flow through, come in for you with this. And I started looking at the other cards too. So the Eight of Wands, the action card, and the Knight of Cups, creativity, romance, um, movement. You got two movement cards here. With Knights are usually movement, and the Eight of Wands are movement. And when I said that, I was drawn back to the progress card. So it feels like the progress is being made. Everything is moving forward. There's just a few things that you need to let go or reevaluate. That's what the devil card is like: letting go, breaking down, breaking through, reevaluating, and moving forward on that. What's funny is the strength and guidance card. I'm looking at the relax and progress. So it's kind of like that much needed break. So, and I'm also looking at this Eight of Fire, which is the Eight of Wands, and I feel like I feel like you've been working so much and going so hard that it's like just trust it. It's okay. Don't I'm looking at the abundance. The abundance is, you have it. It's coming in. If you've been feeling like a little lack, trusting that, um trusting also where you've been putting your work in, and where you're going with that. And the Merkaba card came to mind with this, and that I really feel like you've been going through the layers and moving forward on stuff, and stuff that even you weren't even sure about, and that it's been kind of a uphill battle, and to, you know, that your inner voice, I'm going back to the high priestess, has been telling you to do these, and you've been questioning it and even maybe fighting it. And it's just kind of like, trust it. You have the strength, you're getting the guidance. Um, it's okay. It may not feel like it's okay right now, but it is working out for you. Um, I want to say you're almost there. And I don't know what you're working on. But I feel like there's just a few more things to kind of tweak and let go and even become disciplined on. And then it will be there for you. So I really hope this week I want to say you see the progress, you see where you've come, you've seen, if you think about yourself the last 6 months, just think about that journey, and that progress, and what you've really called into your life, and where you're going. Um, and I also want to say, be impartial. I feel like it, and find that clarity, and not be so rough on yourself, um, or tough on yourself, however you want to see it. Okay, I'm just going to look and make sure there's nothing else I'm drawn to. I am being drawn to the Three of Pentacles, Three of Earth, and that is like, I just feel like, work your plan, make your progress, um, bring a little joy into your life. Don't forget that part, you know. Okay, so that is everything for our fixed signs this week. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you very much. And I hope everyone has a wonderful week. Thank you. Bye.